In today's video, I'm going to show you how to achieve this eyeshadow look using the new Morphe 24M Main Event eyeshadow palette. I did recently upload a review with swatches on this palette, so if you are interested, I'll make sure to put the link for you in the description box as well as on the iCard, so make sure to check that out. Now, if you're new to my channel, what's up? My name is Ashley. I upload beauty, plus size fashion, and lifestyle videos 3 times a week, so if you're into that content, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. For my eyeshadow base, I'm using two. I'm using this one. This is from Milani in the shade 01 Nude, as well as this one here from P. Louise by Mitchell Acid Regine in Blank Canvas. And I'm just using a Real Techniques brush to blend this all over the lid. With this JH37 brush, I'm grabbing this color here called Will Eyes. And I'm going to be applying this on the outer part of the eye and slowly bringing it up to the crease. So I'm going in straight with a dark color. Usually I always go with like lighter colors and then I start darkening it up. But today we're just going to go in. We're going to do it a little bit different. You're going to slowly start building up the color. It takes a lot of just going back and forth. So just have patience. After lots of blending and reapplying from the same shade, same brush, this is kind of what it looks like. I kind of have hooded eyes, that's why I like to extend mine so out, but just keep in mind your eye shape. With this Sigma E54, I'm grabbing the color Sacred. I'm going to be packing this right here since I'm going to be blending a little bit more of that Will Eyes color to darken it, but I'm also going to be applying it on the crease, so just keep going back and forth. Going in with a clean brush to buff this color out a little bit more before I continue to add a little bit more. I know that sounded very repetitive, but I just want to make sure that I can get this as clean and smooth as possible. I grabbed the color Sacred, and again I'm just going to keep going back and forth until I like the way that it looks. I usually always end up using the same brushes, and then I try to use different brushes and I just feel weirder, what would I say? Weird, and I always end up going to the same brushes again. Like it's like you get used to using the same brushes over and over again, and if they work, like why switch it, right? I'm using this JH33. It doesn't have anything, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that to be able to buff out the color going more upward very lightly. That way I wouldn't have any harsh lines. With this Morphe JH34 brush, I'm grabbing this color here called Acoustic. I'm grabbing that color very lightly and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. So very lightly go over so that way I don't have like a blank space between the eyebrow and the eyeshadow. With this Morphe JH40 brush, I grab a little bit more of that Will Eyes color, which is the first dark brown color we used, and I'm going to focus it again on the outer part of the eye so that we can darken this up a little bit more, because right now I feel that you can see a lot more of that Sacred color coming through, which is fine. I really like the way that looks, but I want even more of a dark smoky look focused on the outer part of the eye. Do you see like the depth? You have a little bit more like brown dark here, and then you see a little bit more of the transitioning. Time to clean up the eyelid. I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Cosmetics 16-Hour Camel Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Warm. And I'm going to be using this Morphe Concealer. This is the M224. So just going to grab some on my brush. And I'm just going to start tapping that all over the area where I want to clean up so I can apply that shimmer shade on the lid. Really take your time in this part because you don't want any mess ups. I'm going to go ahead and use my finger to blend the concealer a little bit more into my skin, but more just on the outer part of the eye. I grabbed more of that Sacred color, and I'm just going to very lightly apply it on top of that concealer on the outer part of the eye so that it can pop a little bit and to blend the concealer line. Very lightly with whatever's left on the brush with that Sacred color. I'm just going to go over the crease to make sure that this line is defined. Back with the JH40, it has a little bit of that Will Eyes color. And again, I'm just going to focus this on the outer part of the eye. This look, it just involves a lot of going back and forth. I mean, in general, with any eyeshadow look. But you slowly start defining it a little bit more. Like you want to darken it up here. You want to add more color there. So Just always go back and forth. With a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm grabbing the color Free Spirit. I'm going to tap this all over the area where I applied that concealer. And just keep adding until you like the way that it looks. Usually I go little by little and intensifying it. Going back with the brush that I had that sacred color, I didn't grab any more. It's whatever's left on the brush. I'm just gonna very lightly go over here to blend the shimmer shade and the matte, so that way I don't have like any harsh line. Now with this JH43 brush, I grabbed Will Eyes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on my lash line so that we can go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line. With this M506 brush, I grabbed a little bit of that sacred color, and I'm just gonna start doing circular motions under my lash line to smoke out this look. And doing so, it's going to help the top, area match with the bottom. And I really like a good smoked out lash line. I grabbed a little bit more of that Will Eyes color, and I'm really focusing it to tight line my lash line so that I can look a little bit more smoky and defined. This JH39 brush and the color Free Spirit, I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner so that I can have a nice little highlight glow. This M433, I'm going to water activate this black eyeliner. I'm just going to go ahead and line my lash line so that I can blend out the lash band. I know I look a little bit crazy right now, but I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I do have a few other tutorials using different Morphe palettes. I'll put some of them for you in the description box as well as in the iCard, so make sure to check that out. I do upload beauty, plus size, fashion, and lifestyle videos 3 times a week. I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 12 o'clock. So if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell button to get notified whenever I upload new videos. Hit that like button and show me some love. Comment down below. Let me know, are you going to be trying out this tutorial? Or any requests that you have for me to film, comment down below. I love to interact with you. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, I post little previews of when I'm filming and all the goody good stuff. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!